once the MLA or MP gets elected, okay, he used to change the party and used to go to some other party, just because that that particular party has offered him a ministerial berth. That okay, you leave your party, come to us, we will give you a minister and ministerial berth, or we will give you pay in cash. They used to change. After electing, means they used to go to people as a member of party A. The people used to vote him for that member, that he is a member of the party A. But once he gets elected, he used to go and switch to another party B and become a member of that party. Okay, so there was a change was made in the constitution, and it was made illegal to defect, to change, to switch a party. Okay, that so that is called the anti-defection law was made. So an MLA, or now because of this anti-defection law, an MLA or an MP, if he switches to another party, then he will have to lose his seat in the legislature. Okay, now if he loses his seat in the legislature, how can he become a minister? So naturally now it has become difficult to defect once you are elected from a particular party. Okay. Then the second reform that was made was that the Supreme Court passed an order that all those candidates who want to contest the elections should file an affidavit in front of the affidavit and hand it over to the Election Commission, in which affidavit they should give in detail about their economic status, their property, they should declare their property, and also about their cases, if any, pending against them. Means if they are having any criminal background, they have to give it to the Election Commission. And this affidavit which they give is made public. So any member of the public can go and read it and can choose its own candidate. He will come to know what is the property of a particular candidate, whether it has any criminal record or not in that particular candidate, and accordingly can vote. So this was passed by this is what the judgment, an order was given by the Supreme Court to check that money earned by wrongdoings or criminals should not enter the political system. The Election Commission passed an order making it necessary for political parties to hold their organizational elections. Okay, the organizational elections, to file their income tax returns. Okay, so the National Election Commission, it said that now on every to reform is to change the political parties. They have to take organizational elections. They have to file income tax reform. Now these parties, they formally do this to show the Election Commission that they are doing organized elections, but in practical sense it is not done. Okay. There are many suggestions. Now these are the actual laws to reform the party. Now certain organizations or certain people have made suggestions that this should be done so that the parties will change for the better. Now what are the suggestions? One suggestion is that a law should be made to regulate the internal affairs of the political party, and it should be made compulsory for political parties to maintain a register of its members. There should be a constitution of a party. Okay, own constitution a party should have. It should have an independent authority to act as a judge in case of there are disputes in any party. Okay, and to hold open elections, not closed door elections, open elections. Another suggestion was that it should be made mandatory for political parties to give number of tickets, a particular percentage to women. Okay, while contesting an elections, or 1/3. Okay, and similarly there should be a quota for women in the decision-making bodies of the party. Okay. Then there was one more suggestion that there should be, instead of the political parties funding the elections, it should the state or the government should fund the elections. That means the government should pay the pay the political party certain amount to contest the election. Depending on their seats which they won in the last election, they should pay, and the political parties should spend from that money. Okay, so that the political parties don't have to get influenced by the rich people, or they won't, then it won't be necessary for them to give tickets to the criminals because the government is funding. Okay, so these were certain suggestions to reform the government. But thing is that when will these political parties change? Do you think by making certain laws or making certain changes, the political parties will change? No. In fact, they won't change. So, it is for the people who give them the votes to pressurize them, to form a pressure group, to agitate against the political parties so that they would change themselves, they should reform. Because if a particular political party feels that its political base among the people is losing, because it is not changing, then automatically what it will do, it will try to reform itself. So in fact, rather than making any legal changes, because when you do certain legal change, there is always a loophole for that. They will make certain cheating things. They will do something, they will find loopholes from the legal system and they will do their own thing. But when the people of the country, they start agitating against a particular party or opposing the particular party, then only these political parties will reform for the better. So, for a good democracy, for the strong democracy, political parties are necessary, and it is up to the people of that country to have control over these political parties, because after all it is in their hands to vote for them in the elections. Okay, so it's all so it is for the people. So see, you as a people play an important role in the democracy. So it is everything you can do. You can change the political system totally. Only the political system, the political parties, the candidates, everyone can be changed only if you take it seriously. If as the people or the masses of the Indian population, it takes certain actions against the political parties so that they reform. That's all from this chapter. With this we end this chapter. Thank you.